Hello and welcome to another week of We Love Betting, individual team bets. Unfortunately last week the selection didn't come in. It was a very close one. It was Gillingham and Crewe over 2.5 goals, and after Gillingham scored 2 goals before half time, it looked like it was going to ease home. I was actually at the match and Gillingham had plenty of chances to cover the bet. They missed all of them and then hit the post in injury time to rub salt into the wound. Especially I'm a Crewe fan as well, which I may or may not have mentioned, but it's looking pretty bad for us this season. Anyway, on we go, and hopefully we'll be able to find you a winner this week. I'm going to look at League 2 with the international fixtures taking out the Championship matches and the majority of League 1. It seems fairly safe to go with League 2, where we can see almost a full fixture list. The game I'm going to be covering will be Hartlepool versus Shrewsbury Town at Victoria Park. Shrewsbury appointed Mickey Mellon in the summer, and they have a budget and they have spent it well, and they're looking good early on. They brought in some great players: Liam Lawrence, Andy Robinson from Tranmere, Anthony Griffiths, Scott Vernon and James Wazowski from Oldham, which is a cracking buy. They've started well in League 1. They've won 3, drawn 2 out of their 5 matches, scoring 11 times. Hartlepool, a little bit different to say the least. They've lost 4 of their 5 league games. It's not looking good for Colin Cooper's men up in the North East. So looking at this game, the outright price on Shrewsbury is tempting, 5-4 with Sky Bet. Shrewsbury have looked good away from home and they beat Leicester in the League Cup 1-0. So it may be worth siding in the outright price, but I'm actually going to look at the over 1.5 goals for Shrewsbury. I know Jim Knight, We Love Betting's total team goals man, was keen on them a few weeks back, and I think there's a cracking price when they face Hartlepool this weekend. The price is 6-4 with Coral that they score over 1.5 goals, or 2 or more goals, whichever way you want to look at it. A couple of stats for you here. This bet has paid out in 4 of their 5 league games so far this season. It's paid out, well, they've scored twice in 3 games, 4 times in 1, and then 1 in their 5th game. They've looked dangerous. Their strikers, Scott Vernon, up front, you know, he's very dangerous. And a positive for them, they played Preston midweek in the Johnston's Paint Trophy. They lost 1-0, put up a good fight, but ended up losing. I wouldn't read too much into the fact that they didn't score. They did rest 4 of their players, including Scott Vernon, and he will come back in, you'd think, to head up the strike force. As I said, Mickey Mellon, he's doing really well at Shrewsbury. You know, after their relegation last season, they made a lot of transfers, bringing in almost a new squad, if you like. Looking through the names earlier, it was just lists and lists, all very sort of dangerous players going forward. Hartlepool, they've just sold Luke James to Peterborough in the transfer window. He plays up front, but that will be a demoralising transfer business for the squad. You'd think. He was their bright spark last season, 19 years of age maybe. I'm not 100% sure on his age, but he was banging in the goals last season, and they've really not started this season well. At home, they played twice and lost 2-0 on both occasions. Their only victory this season came away from home. So I'm going to side with Shrewsbury on this one, but I'm going to side with them in the totals goal market. And for them to score over 1.5 goals, 6-4, for me, is a brilliant price with Coral. Good luck this weekend.